But you know what? They knocking on doors. They out there trying to fellowship. They out there doing what we supposed to be doing as Christians. But we put ourselves here and we put them here. But we're not raising up to the standard that they're setting. You got Muslims that will stand on a corner in full suits at 110 weather in Las Vegas with bean pies. Right? But we're too afraid to witness to somebody in a grocery store when God calls you to do it. All that is fellowshipping. All that is. Remember we talked about the main ingredient? That's the main ingredient of being a Christian. It's fellowshipping. That's what we're supposed to do. So when our brother's in trouble, we can't go lightly and, all right, brother, let me go ahead and pray for you. No, I'll be over there in 5 minutes. I'm going to call a couple of my boys up. We bring in the oil, and we're going to set it off. Right? How many of you was in the world at one time? I know I was. The gang member for 13 years. One of my boys called me and tell me, hey man, I just got whooped on. We're about to pack up the car and let's go do some dirt. What happened about doing dirt for Christ? Call up some boys. Go over there and get into some warfare. That's what we got to start doing. We can't be lazy, kick back. Oh well, let me pray. 2-3 minutes. Oh, we're saying grace, let me throw a little prayer in for Bob. You know what I'm saying? It's beyond that now. Because our brothers and our sisters are being attacked. Satan is, and really in Las Vegas, you got to think about it. If you grinding for Christ out here, man, you got a dot on your back. Because he's fired up. You gonna come in here? I know when I was a gang member, somebody came on my block and wanted to cause a ruckus. I'm already gonna get mad because anyway. But you gonna do it here? Oh, we're really gonna get out now. So I can just imagine how, can I say pissed off?
Yes, you can.
You notice I had to rhyme. Because I knew he was going to say, go ahead. But you can imagine how pissed off Satan is. You know what I'm saying? So he's attacking our brothers. There's a lustful spirit here in Las Vegas that's huge. And our brothers are falling to it every single day. We got to be fired up. Women, you ain't off the hook. Y'all fall into it too. So we got to be fired up. So the second one was maintained. The third level of fellowship is encouragement. That's for non-believers. We got to fellowship with them too. You can't put yourself in a goody two-shoe type of deal because you saved. Now all of a sudden you forgot that you used to be a crack addict. That you forgot that you used to be a gang member. That you forgot that you used to, hang out on the corner. That you forgot that you spent 19 hours out of your whole week in a strip club. Now we bougie. We bougie now, We don't conversate with those people. Or you turn your nose up at them. Do you know what God does when you do that? I believe he looks down and goes, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? What do you think you were at 2 years ago? Where do you think you were at? Did you come out, just pure? Didn't happen like that. Because if it happened like that, then my son didn't have to die. But we get into this thing where I'm not going to talk to this guy. Well, there's a fear there. Where we got people, when we go to grocery stores, when we go to, my wife would tell you, I don't care. I'll talk to you. What's happening? You know Jesus? This is a true story. Popeyes. What was that? Martin Luther King. I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about. We were at Popeyes. Popeyes chicken, right? It's in some Popeyes chicken late one night. And we were in the drive-thru. And this guy asked me boldly, was it for $1? And it was like money. It wasn't no quarter, 50 cents. He asked me for money. So I'm like, all right, bro. So my wife goes, honey, you got to pray for him. You got to pray for him. So I'm like, yeah. I'm going to pray for this guy. So I get out of the car, okay? We're in the drive-thru. And it's late. There's a strip club right here. We're in the hood. And, it's bad over here. But man, I'm scoring one for Jesus. This one's his. I get out the car and I start talking to this man about Jesus. Right? He was a teenager, actually. I started talking to him about Jesus. Next thing you know, in the Popeye drive-thru, my man's hands is raised like this, and we're going through the sinner's prayer. Okay? And when I told him, I said, when we went through the prayer, I said, welcome to the kingdom. And he looked at me like dazed, like, is that it? Yeah, bro. You thought it was that hard? It's not that hard, it's just you surrendering. So now I'm on fire now. So now we get out of the drive-thru and we're about to make a U-turn. There's 4 other guys standing on the corner here. I'm like, honey, let's go get those guys. She's like, come on now. And you're getting a little crazy, But that's what we're supposed to be at. We're supposed to be crazy like that. Because guess what? Satan is crazy like that. He's pulling our kids by their teeth, by their hair. He's doing everything and anything that he can do to get our kids. But we have to fellowship with those lost. We have to. Just because you say don't make you better than them. You're not. You just know. And they don't. Shall I catch that? You just know and they don't. You know about Christ. You know how he makes you feel. You know you can give up everything to him. They don't know that. They're like, you can't even see this guy. How you going to say you love something you don't see? Because they haven't felt it. They don't know how he can pick you up when you're down. They don't know that, when you're going through things, how all of a sudden things just turn around, things just change. Because God's hand on it. But guess what? What if that person, and I'm going to put this in your mind, what if that person that planted the seed for you did plant that seed? Where would you be? What if they didn't share that little bit of knowledge about Christ with you? What if they didn't take a little bit of time out of their day to fellowship with you? Where would you be right now? You know where you would be? You would have the same clothes on that that person has on that you deny. The right to know Christ. Because that's what you're doing. If you're not sharing Christ with somebody, if you're not fellowshipping I'm not saying let's